I've located the undefended entrance Buford was talking about. It's marked on your PDA with a blip. What do you think? Are you going to be able to work with this guy? Troops are attacking the first defense point. Troops are moving in near the second defense point. NK forces are attacking the first defense point again. NK troops are moving in on the third defense point. They're attacking the second defense point. They've found another way into the city. Better get over there. But be careful, you won't have any South Korean troops to back you up there. They found the undefended entrance. Get over there fast. Bad news. NK troops are overrunning the city. No payday on this one. Let's hope Agent Buford's got a backup plan. Nicely done. The South Korean reinforcements have arrived. Ka-ching! This guy Buford sounds like a real character. It's probably a good idea to avoid being seen when you take out the guards. If you want to try and snipe them, park the jeep near the blip I've put on your SNS and proceed on foot. Then you can take out the guards with a sniper rifle. You should be able to see the SK spy and the Chinese soldiers guarding him. Use your binoculars to get a good look at them or the sniper rifle scope. If you shoot the guards from far enough away, they won't know who's shooting. If you're too close or obvious, they'll see you, at which point they'll get rather pissed off. There's a faction mood indicator in your PDA. You'll see it pop up on your HUD like this. If you can eliminate someone when no one else is around, there's a good chance the faction will never find out. If a faction's mood drops to hostile, they'll attack you on sight and you won't be able to take contracts from them. Factions react badly towards other things as well, like trespassing, so pay attention to the indicator and watch when it changes. Good, that's one down. I've put a blip on your SNS showing the location of the next captured spy. Excellent! After you rescue the next spy, the contract's over. Keep in mind, secondary objectives can't be achieved once the primary objective is complete, so if you want the extra bounty, you need to act now, before you get the next spy. They saw you! That's not good. Buford doesn't want anyone to know who's liberating his spies. Listen, if you're interested in the extra cash, I've put a blip on your radar showing one of the locations Agent Buford wanted pictures of. The camera's simple, just point and click. The images are automatically uploaded to me and I can analyze your pictures right away. Good enough. If you're interested, Buford will pay you for another shot. I've put a blip on your radar for the next location Buford wants a shot of. But don't forget the next spy. Excellent, great shot. If you're up for it, here's the blip for the last location Buford wants a shot of. Fantastic, that's one spy safely returned. Excellent. Buford should be pretty happy. Perfect. That was a tricky job well handled. Buford should be impressed. That's no good. You can't rescue a dead spy. Perfect. Contract complete. Buford's wiring the money into your account as we speak. Just get 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘, all right? You're there. Don't let any helicopters get airborne. They'll make life very unpleasant for you. Buford's contacted me with a request from the South Koreans. Means some extra cash. Check your email if you're interested. If you decide to go after any of the King's aides, remember, the South Koreans need them alive. The airfield's secured. Good work. Oh, look, there's 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘, our king of clubs. If he gets away, the contract's cancelled. You're going to have to hijack that car if you want the full bounty. Beautiful. Choi's been verified. Buford owes us one. Choi got away. Damn it. All that work for nothing. Oh, I'm sure he'll warm right up once you get to know him. Good news. I've pinpointed the location of the communications center. Your PDA should have the new coordinates. Hey, I just got an email from Chinese HQ. I've found the buildings they're interested in on the satellite imagery. Check out your PDA for the coordinates of each structure. Good job. That's another NK building taken care of. There's the museum. Destroy it. Well done. That's one less NK command center. Time for you to give them one of their own. One thing to keep in mind over here is that we have to deal with multiple factions to get the information we need. The South Koreans, the Chinese, and the Mafia aren't all that fond of each other. There's no way to keep them all happy. If you go shooting up a faction's soldiers and property in plain view, they're going to get pissed off at you pretty quickly. You'll avoid negative reactions if there are no witnesses. Snipe units from a distance rather than shoot them point blank, or plant charges on buildings instead of destroying them with a rocket launcher. You get the idea, right? Of course, if you don't care if a particular faction gets mad at you, fine, go nuts. You'll notice a faction indicator pop up in the lower left of your HUD, along with an icon showing you which faction you've pissed off. If it gets too low, you won't be able to take contracts from that faction anymore. You're almost to 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘. I've pinpointed the exact locations of each officer. 2 of the guys only have small entourages to protect them, but the officer in the East City block is holed up in an area teeming with Mafia thugs. You might want to deal with him last. If you glance at your PDA, you'll notice that 2 sections of 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘 have red overlays on them. These are known as restricted zones. If you enter any of these without appropriate concealment, you're likely to be attacked by the faction occupying that area. If you intend to enter one of these zones, make sure that you either maneuver through the area without being seen, or can conceal yourself inside one of the faction's vehicles. Then again, if you don't care, just strut on in. But you'd better be well armed. Stop! That's a sentry over there. Remember, if a sentry sees your vehicle, they might discover who you are and blow your cover. It doesn't look like there are many people watching the gazebo over there. You might be able to sneak into it and plant the C4 charge the Chinese gave you. That's one officer confirmed down. That's 2 officers confirmed down. Only 1 more to go. Keep up the good work. That's all 3 officers confirmed down. Good work. Now get out of there. I'd suggest trying to stay on Peng's good side. To call the soldiers into your vehicle, honk the horn. That's 1 location secure. Now get some men to the other locations. That's 2 locations secure. 1 more and we can move on to the Queen of Clubs. The Chinese intercepted a communication between Sun Han and incoming North Korean air support. The Queen is calling for immediate extraction. You can't let him get off those docks. The North Korean air support will be arriving in 3 minutes. Hurry up! Damn it! There's no way for us to identify him now. We've verified the Queen. Great work. Now get out of there. That guy 𝚙𝚘𝚗𝚘 sounds pretty caffeinated. That APC should come in handy. Just remember to keep cool. As long as you don't honk or shoot when you're around them, they won't notice you. Are you crazy? Those troops will spot you immediately. It'd be a lot safer and smarter if you just tried to sneak past them in a vehicle. This warehouse has NK markings. You might want to see if that transponder will open the gates. Ah, a weapons cache. So this is what the Russians were after. These weapons could be very useful for dealing with the roadblocks. Okay, that's 1 roadblock down. 1 more to go. Alright, you've cleared all the roadblocks. Now all you need to do is bring back the vehicle. I'm beginning to sense some factional discord. I've intercepted a Chinese radio transmission. Their reinforcements are a few minutes away. I wouldn't recommend a direct assault against their armored units, so you should take this time to plan your attack. That's the last of them. Now you just have to bring the equipment back to 𝚙𝚘𝚗𝚘. Contract complete. That should keep 𝚙𝚘𝚗𝚘 happy. Well done. It might be a good idea not to piss off this guy. There's the Jack. Take him out and we get our bounty. Excellent. That's a Jack in the bag and a bounty in the bank. Welcome to the DMZ, the most dangerous place on Earth. We'd better test out your weapons before you get into the thick of it. See if you can hit that abandoned car with the M4. Let's try out your grenades. Okay, everything looks good. It's time to get going. What are you waiting for? Let's get going. Don't be offended, okay? But it's standard XOps procedure for me to forward you the operations manual for that Humvee. Check your PDA for the email. I've updated your SNS with the location of the AN headquarters. Get there as quickly as you can. Colonel Garrett is expecting you. Garrett's waiting for you. Check your SNS. Don't stray too far from the road. Any unexpected sightseeing on your part may make you look like a hostile. Get out of there before it explodes! This is the southern border of the DMZ. The AN HQ is due north. Great, the North Korean troops are blocking the road. You're not going to be able to drive through. I don't think you can drive through. You'll have to deal with them on foot. I forwarded you the abbreviated operations manual for your small arms loadout. Check your PDA for the email. No point in window shopping out here. If you see equipment you like, just run over and pick it up. That RPG launcher could come in handy. You can pick that up too. Better fire off a couple of rounds, make sure that gun's working properly. Remember your explosive ordnance. Your grenades can come in handy. I suggest you take one of those jeeps. Just hop in when you can. Good work, just keep heading north. The area is a lot hotter than we expected. Hang on while I patch into the Allied uplink. Damn, the North Koreans have staged an assault on the ANHQ. I'm hearing reports of intense shelling in the area. Looks like you're just in time to be a hero. There's an AM Blackhawk crew in trouble. See if you can help them out. Hop in a vehicle and give those soldiers a ride. Move closer and give them a blast on your horn. Now we're talking. Head over to the ANHQ. Head north to the ANHQ. Garrett is expecting you. Watch out! Incoming! That gun'll make short work of soft targets. Almost there. You need to cross the arbitration line. Look for the gap between those ruined buildings. Go talk to the guard. They're expecting you.
Go talk to the guard. They're expecting you.
What the hell are you doing? Those guys are on our side.
What the hell are you doing? Those guys are on our side.
Damn, Red Wing, do you copy? We've got a man down. We need an extract. The coordinates are... The AN have sent me the contract. It'll lay out all the details of what you need to do. Check your PDA for the email. I've managed to pinpoint the 2 of clubs. Let's take care of him first. Have you forgotten your SNS? Let's go deal with the 2 of clubs. Those are the artillery pieces. But hurry. Let's get the 2 of clubs while we have the chance. Here's a chance to make some money. Take out the guards first, then capture the 2. Great work. Now take him down while he's stunned. You killed him! Alright. That's okay. You can still verify him, but now we only get half the bounty. Go over to the body and take a photo. I'll send it to the AN for verification. Excellent. He's not going anywhere. Now we call for an AN extraction helicopter. Try again. Great. They should be here momentarily. Go pick up the 2 and carry him to the helicopter. Perfect. 1 down, 51 to go. Good work. But we get a lot more money if you capture them. Anyway, 1 down, 51 to go. Now let's take care of those artillery pieces. Well, I guess you already did. That's good, but next time follow the blips I send you, okay? I'm here to help you. The AN are providing air support. You should be able to target the artillery from here. You need to target the artillery pieces for the AN. Good try, but you need to pinpoint the artillery pieces. Excellent. Now let's get the other one.
Great work. Garrett will be pleased.
Great work. Garrett will be pleased. Now get back to the AN HQ. What are you doing? You need to get back to the AN HQ. Wow, what a mess. They really needed your help. Go talk to the guard again. Take a look around. Go visit the factions when you're ready for a new contract. Have fun for a while, but be careful, okay? It's dangerous out there. Hey, you know, from where I'm sitting, I can't help thinking that your life would make a great video game, don't you think? I'd sure buy it. Didn't think we'd be getting you airborne again so soon. I've emailed you the Blackhawk's AOM for future reference. I've put a marker on your SNS. Fly the copter over there and land at the designated spot. You'll want a bit more altitude in order to make it to the AN troops unscathed. You'll be picking up a crew of allies to take to the mission's LZ. Be careful not to hit any of them. They won't take kindly to being landed on. Good job. Contract complete. Garrett should be pleased. Well, that's no good. I hate dealing with these tunnels. You never know how many troops you're fighting. You gotta do a better job of defending those AN troops. At the rate they're dying, there's no way we're collecting on this contract. AN casualties are getting dangerously close to the limit. Protect those units or they'll cancel the contract. One more death and there's no more contract. That's it. Too many AN casualties. Contract's cancelled. The AN soldiers at this checkpoint are squaring off against North Koreans coming from an underground tunnel. Get rid of them and close off the tunnel with a bunker buster. North Koreans from that barracks are being reinforced by troops coming up from a tunnel entrance. You'll need your bunker busters to soften up those hardened structures. The AN checkpoint's being assaulted by North Koreans coming from 3 different hardened structures. A barracks, a hangar, and an underground tunnel entrance. Your bunker busters should make quick work of them. Good work. This checkpoint is secure. Now move on to the next one. All AN checkpoints have been secured. Excellent work. Payment incoming. Here's a tip. Bunker busters are great for taking out hardened structures like barracks, hangars, or tunnel entrances. To use a bunker buster, you'll select it from your support menu. Once you've selected the bunker buster, you can designate a target. You can also switch to your binoculars. They'll help you choose targets more accurately. Good job. Use the same bunker buster technique when you want to destroy other hardened structures. Hey, those guys are on our side, remember? Your first ace contract. Let's just make sure it's not your last. 1 SNS jammer down. That's 2 jammers down. Looks pretty easy so far. 3 down. That's it. You've nailed all the SNS jammers. Nice going. This is interesting. The stolen shipment is underneath Sung Tower. Huangbo must be in some sort of bunker the AN doesn't know about. You're gonna have to destroy the tower to get access to the bunker. You've destroyed part of the tower. Keep it up. Nice hit, but the building's still standing. Keep it up. She's almost down. There it goes. Very good work. Looks like destroying the building revealed a trench. There's the ace bunker. You'll have to use a bunker buster to destroy it. The angle is going to be tough, though. You'll have to designate the strike from within the trench. There you go. It's cracked open. There's Wang Bo. Great work. You've verified the ace of clubs. The AN are wiring the bounty to us. Right, a simple contract for a complicated mercenary. Boom! That's 1 truck down. Another one. Good. This place will be crawling with troops soon, so don't wait around. 1 more to go. Getting hot down there? That's the last truck. Well done. 1 down, 2 to go. Sounds like you're enjoying yourself. 1 more tank to go. Boom! That's the last of the tanks. Wow, I could see that on the infrared. They'll be talking about that on GSRN tonight. Done and done. Not a bad payday for a few hours of recreation. Is it just me? Or is Buford starting to not like you? Well done, they didn't see you. Now just get to the plane, blow it up, and get the pilot out of there. Easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm actually glad you didn't take my advice. With that gate out of the picture, you'll have a lot easier time getting out of there. Excellent. Let the Chinese sift through that mess if they want any intel on the F-117. Good. Looks like he's alive and in one piece. I've put a blip on your SNS marking the position of the South Korean HQ. Just in case you've forgotten which faction you're working for. Now, get that pilot back to HQ and we're done for the day. You've done it again! Great work, as usual. You've done it again! And the hits just keep on coming. Don't forget to blow up that plane. The pilot's dead. Contract cancelled. The Chinese made it to the plane. Now they've got most of a stealth fighter, and we've got no contract. Jack of diamonds, eh? Have we got a plan this time? The marker on your HUD measures the current number of casualties in Seoul. If the marker gets to this point, the contract's cancelled and there's no payday. No more Hook Day Moon. That's a huge load off our backs. 1 artillery emplacement taken care of. Excellent, that's another one. Good work, only 1 more left. Beautiful, that's the last of the emplacements. I've just got word from Buford. Seoul's a pile of rubble. There's no point continuing. There's the Jack of Diamonds. Go nab him and we're home free. Well done! Thousands will sleep more safely tonight thanks to you. All that and a sweet paycheck too. Almost makes this line of work worthwhile. So now you want fortune and fame? Gotta say, I never thought you'd end up a paid escort. Watch out, it's an ambush! There's an old North Korean outpost up ahead that's supposed to be deserted. But I'm picking up a lot of activity. Yep, there are definitely North Korean soldiers holed up in that outpost. You'd better move ahead and engage those units before the Chinese patrol arrives. Don't forget, you have some support options available that could come in handy here. Careful, those are North Korean vehicles approaching your location. Stay on your toes. They've killed the VIP. You better get out of there. There's no chance to collect the reward now. Good work. The Chinese will take it from here. Feels like the Chinese and South Koreans are on a collision course. I've intercepted some South Korean communications. It definitely sounds like we're throwing them for a loop. They're considering pulling out of the village, so keep holding them back. You've got to keep those troops from entering the village. If a couple more make it through, we'll lose the contract. Another vehicle made it through. You've got to stop them. All right, that's it. Get out of there. You're not going to be able to hold them back. Good job. The South Koreans should think twice before taking on Peng and us again. Did you know Jagal had his wife executed after he caught her cheating? You're inside. Good. You need to move quickly and locate the command center. You're near the command center. You've got to find some way to destroy it. Once it's gone, you'll be able to call in the Chinese support options. Good work. Even better, the King of Diamonds has appeared. He's on the east section of the base beyond the personnel wall. I've updated your PDA with his location. Well done. The King's been verified. Move on out, soldier. Have you noticed how much money there is in the black markets now? The Mafia has several members of the Chinese military on their payroll. There's an officer at the Chinese HQ that's willing to provide us with artillery support. For a price. Look for an officer near the artillery pen who's not carrying a weapon. He's our man. The Chinese aren't very happy with you. Unfortunately, that makes getting to the corrupt officer a little trickier. Now that that's taken care of, you can use your PDA to purchase Chinese artillery support. Any available airstrikes will appear in the shop listing. I'm picking up a lot of encrypted radio chatter. Sounds like the South Korean forces are on the move. Can you read me? Good thing your PDA is shielded. That was an electromagnetic pulse bomb. It's designed to knock out vehicles and electronics over a wide area. The North Koreans are hurting bad. They should surrender soon. The South Koreans are starting to retreat. They obviously weren't expecting this kind of resistance. Nice going. The South Koreans are retreating and Sergei's sending his payment for the contract. We're done here. Nice work. The North Koreans have surrendered. That's it for this contract. Sergei's sending his payment now. Is it just me, or does Sergei seem a little crude, even for a mafia boss? Well, I'd watch out for him, too. 1 down, 3 to go. Good work. You're halfway there. There you go. Only 1 target left. If you can take out the target without being seen, you won't piss off their faction. I can't track the target if you don't keep him in close range. Remember, we only get paid if we nail all 4 of them. You're about to lose the target. Damn, we lost him. That's it. We've blown this one. Get out of there. I'm forwarding you an email. Yosef is personally offering a bonus if you can finish this job quietly. I don't think that's what Yosef had in mind by quietly. Sergei didn't give us much lead time on this one. The Queen of Diamonds is expecting a shipment of fuel, so using a fuel truck would provide a good cover. Okay, this truck will do. Remember, don't reveal yourself until you can ID the Queen. Nice going. Sergei's going to send his people over to pick up those missiles. Hey, watch it. The Mafia expects those missiles back in sellable shape. Whoa, that truck can't take much more punishment. Try not to destroy it or it's game over. Oh boy, not good at all. Sergei's going to be very unhappy about this. A little babysitting mission never hurt anyone. You'll have to bypass some North Korean patrols in this area, so your best bet is to play it stealthy and fool them into thinking you're one of them. As long as you're in a North Korean vehicle, they'll never know it's you. But stay alert. North Korean officers are a lot smarter than their lower-ranking colleagues. You should be able to find a North Korean vehicle that'll suit your needs somewhere around here. Oh, I almost forgot. This vehicle stealth technique should work with the other factions as well. So experiment with different vehicles and you'll be moving around undetected in no time. Your cover's being blown. Remember, officers can see right through that disguise. You've been spotted getting out of your vehicle. They know who you are now. Easy does it. Keep driving like that and you're bound to blow your cover. That was a big mistake. Now you've compromised your cover. Good job. You've gotten past those patrols without incident. Now that we're out of the woods, you may want to lose the NK vehicle and travel in something more your style. You are aware you're entering an AN-controlled territory in a North Korean vehicle? Don't expect a friendly reception. Well, that was easy enough, wasn't it? Money should be in your account any minute. Done and done. The journalist is safe and we've got our money. Contract complete. You lost the journalist. Contract cancelled. The journalist missed his deadline. Now he can't file his story and we don't get our money. Contract cancelled. These number cards can be pretty pesky. Sorry, but it looks like we've run out of time. And with no survivors extracted, the AN is deeming the situation a lost cause. In other words, this contract is officially cancelled. Bad news. All the Black Hawk survivors have been killed. Contract cancelled. Anti-air unit destroyed. Move on to the next. All anti-air defenses successfully destroyed. Survivors safely extracted, anti-air defenses neutralized. We're done here. Our payment's on its way. There's the crash site. Find any survivors and safely extract them. Moving out, that's a successful rescue. We're done here. Our bounty's on its way. Nice to see you've developed a good working relationship with Colonel Garrett. This officer is a famous coward. He hears the wind blow and he'll be crying for Mama. Just remember to capture him. You've captured him. Good. Now get him aboard an extraction helicopter so that the Allies can, question him. You've got some time before the Allied boys figure out where the tank column will be heading. I suggest you gather any resources you'll need to lay a trap or two for them. The Allies have the data. They've sent you an email with the details. Get there as soon as you can. We've just received word that the NK tank column's heading for the main road south of Pyongyang. I'd gather any supplies you need and head over to the ambush location. Pronto. Get ready. Satellite imagery shows the column 1 minute from the target location. Good luck. You better get over to the site of the ambush. There's not much time left. The NK officer is dead. Now we'll never get the data. The AN has just cancelled our contract. Fantastic! Contract complete. Welcome to another thrilling ace contract. I've just finished going over the rest of the satellite photos. I'll send you an email with them attached. You should probably take a look at the email. There's a lot of relevant info in there. It's hard to say, but it looks like you were hit with sarin gas. Try not to panic. I'm sending you some intel on its effects. We'd heard reports that Sung's people were using CX gas. Looks like you just confirmed that. Oh my god, they're testing chemical weapons on those people. See if we can't get a little bonus from the AN for rescuing them. Okay, bonus confirmed. Now try not to get those prisoners killed. The Allies are positive you can use the test gun to take out Sung's super gun. You'll need to make your way over to the test gun and activate it. Excellent. Well done indeed. That should bring Garrett some good PR. And us a large bounty. Buford's starting to sound a little burned out to me. The Mafia are halfway done with analysing the KIFV's contents. Better interrupt that process before they've finished. The Mafia are nearly finished tearing the KIFV apart. Stop them before they grab all the classified data. We're too late. The Mafia have already extracted all the top secret information from the KIFV. Contract cancelled. Good going. You've halted the Mafia inspector's analysis of the KIFV. The KIFV has been destroyed. Contract fulfilled. Get the KIFV back to the SKHQ on the double. The KIFV has been returned to the South Koreans intact. Contract fulfilled. You ever get the feeling we're fighting 3 or 4 different wars here? 1 roadblock destroyed. Great. 2 down. 1 more roadblock destroyed. 4 to go. Fantastic. Only 3 more left. That's 3 down. Well done. 1 more down. This doesn't seem too hard. All the roadblocks have been cleared. The SK payment is en route to our account. You're close to one of the roadblocks. Careful, this roadblock has some anti-air defenses. This roadblock has heavier defenses than the others. This queen brings us much closer to Sung. He's got to be running scared by now. The complex is well guarded. I'd advise a stealthy approach. Anti-air defenses throughout the area will hinder any efforts to call in support. Of course, such defenses can be dealt with. There's a bonus for protecting that building. The South Koreans seem to think its contents may be valuable. Our bonus is in jeopardy. Keep that building intact. The building has been compromised. There goes our bonus. The chemical plant is taking severe damage. Keep it up. The chemical plant is finished. Nice work. Our HBT is on deck. The Queen of Hearts has been verified killed. Good work. The Queen of Hearts has been verified captured. Good work. We also receive a tidy sum for protecting that building. Very well done. Colonel Peng has turned out to be a good source of business for us. The outpost is up ahead. Be careful. We don't know the exact location of the Chinese officer within the compound, so don't get too trigger-happy in there. Good, you're inside. I've located the position of the power generator. Check your PDA. Good work. The power to the electric fence is cut. Now you can get the officer safely out of his cell. I've updated your PDA with his location. The officer's dead. You might as well get out of there. We're not getting paid on this one. The officer is safely out of the area. Great work. Chinese payments should be credited to our account shortly. I can't say I've ever been involved with starting a war between 2 countries. That should put a damper on the South Korean effort in the city. The South Koreans have a lot of units guarding the location where the officers are. You run the risk of incurring some Chinese casualties if you just charge right in there. You might think about calling in for Chinese air support to help out with the hostage situation. They may have a non-lethal solution to our problem. Get out of there. Too many officers have been killed. They've cancelled the contract. Well done. The officers are secure and our bounty's on its way. The Chinese are now cleared to move into 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘𝚘. A slave ring? Boy, these North Korean generals really are a sweet group of guys. I knew we could count on Peng for another face card. Remember, this place is radioactive. You'll take damage if you're on foot or in an unprotected vehicle. Tanks are your best bet. Nice hit. Few more piles of rubble like that and Dr. Han will be forced to show his face. But Jack's out. I've marked his location on your PDA. Perfect. Dr. Han is taken care of and the nuclear threat removed. Based on that conversation you overheard, I found the location of the Type 96 tank. There's a marker for it on your SNS. It should provide optimal protection against the radiation in the hot zone. Sergei seemed a little wigged out to you? There's nothing left of the village. That's the last of the defenses. There's the Abrams that Yosef was so interested in. Oh no, it looks like the Allied soldiers managed to get an SOS out. You don't have much time before they send a response. There are 2 A-10s inbound on your position. You'd better stay away from that Abrams or you'll be in trouble. Oh, that's too bad. Sergei would have paid good money for that tank. Buildings blown up, vehicle delivered. Quite easily done. I guess Sergei won't be winning a Nobel Prize anytime soon. Sergei has kindly provided you with a Chinese helicopter. Check the roof of the Mafia HQ. You should see the convoy up ahead. Take out the delegates' vehicles. If the delegates reach the AN HQ, we'll lose the contract. Hurry up, they're almost at AN HQ. They've entered the AN HQ. It's against XOP's protocol to attack the AN. Looks like you blew the contract. The Chinese are furious. They think the South Koreans ambushed them. Nice work. The South Koreans have cancelled the talks. Nice work. Sergei wants you to leave a wrecked Chinese vehicle near the attack site. Sergei wants you to leave a wrecked South Korean vehicle near the attack site. That should make Sergei happy. Our evidence is too far from the attack site. Move it closer. I'm starting to wonder why Yosef puts up with Sergei. The garrison's got a decent supply of helicopters that will undoubtedly retaliate should you destroy that bunker. It'd be best to take them out before they get airborne, don't you think? Remember, the Mafia will pay more if you disable those helicopters and keep them intact. Good work. King's been verified as dead. King's been captured and verified. Good work. The garrison's crawling with SAMs. Taking them out would be a good idea since you'll probably have to call in support to take down that fortified bunker. Watch your 6. We have enemy attack helicopters inbound. Damn, I knew you should have taken them out when they were grounded. Good work. That'll ensure the attack helicopter doesn't come hunting for us later. Attack helicopter destroyed. Good work. Attack helicopter disabled. Excellent work. One less thing to worry about. Plus, the Mafia should give us a nice bonus for keeping it intact. Also, we've already received a bonus from Sergei for those helicopters you took care of. You ever dealt with weapons inspectors? They can be very anal. Taking out more Chinese ought to score us points with the SK as well. Remember, there's supposed to be some reporters in here covering the conditions of the locals. It might be a good idea not to kill any civilians while they're watching. I've marked the location of an Allied doctor. He has the vaccine. Damn, the Chinese cordoned off the whole area. You can either slug your way through or find a way to sneak past the guards. A Chinese supply truck would probably work if you can find one. Damn, the Chinese cordoned off the whole area. You can either slug your way through or find a way to sneak past the guards. No civilian casualties, be careful. You've killed 2 refugees, careful, you can't afford another civilian loss. You've killed 3 refugees. The Allies are cancelling their contract. You've killed another civilian. If you kill one more, the contract's cancelled. You've killed too many civilians. The AN are cancelling the contract. Vaccine has been delivered. Allied payment is en route to our account. It's a small Chinese infantry company. Looks like they've had a breakdown. This should be fun, huh? Heading into a nuclear complex that faces imminent attack? Good work. The second set of AN soldiers are now at the rendezvous point, and I've marked their location on your PDA. Better get a move on. The North Korean attack is imminent. Hold back that assault force. Make sure they don't get anywhere near the inspectors. They still need a few more minutes to complete their work here. One of the inspectors has been killed. You have to make sure they stay safe, or we might as well knock off for the day. Another one of the inspectors is down. Keep your eye on the last one or we're finished. All the inspectors are dead. That's just great. Let's get out of there. The good news is the inspectors are finished with their work. The bad news, the North Koreans have the road to Yongbyon blocked. You're gonna have to call for an extraction to get the inspectors out of there. Damn it, they shot down the chopper! Damn it, they shot down the heli! Beautiful. The inspector's intel is on its way to the Allies and they've already wired money to our account. Time to move on. Another job well done. I've been hearing rumors that Sung's trying to contact his people. Don't get cocky. He still holds some of the highest cards. Don't forget, he still holds some very valuable nuclear chips. This place is bristling with armed patrols. Take it stealthy now and don't let them trigger those alarms. Shut off that alarm before you alert the whole base. The Ace of Hearts has triggered the complex's self-destruction sequence. Get out of there now and get him before he escapes. Quick, stop him before he takes off. The Ace of Hearts has been verified killed in action. Nice work. The Ace of Hearts is in AN hands now. We're done here. Contract fulfilled. What is it? Of course, that must be how Sung's communicating with his men. Good work. That should earn us a very nice bonus. That man is mighty serious about taking out the Chinese. Now you'll have to pick up the South Korean operative in Dandong. I've marked his location on your radar. He'll only come along with you if you're driving this particular vehicle, so be sure not to abandon it on the way to 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚊𝚎𝚘. You're near the South Korean agent, but he's not going to respond unless you approach him in the right vehicle. I've confirmed the identity of the mole. Don't let him or his escort get away. Get that agent back to 𝚙𝚘𝚗𝚙𝚘 stat. I've marked the drop-off point on your radar. The agent has been successfully returned. Good work. Damn, the SK vehicle has been totaled. Without it, you won't be able to pick up your agent. Contract cancelled. You've lost the SK agent. Contract cancelled. Careful out there. This thing between China and the SK forces, it's gonna blow any minute. Your cover is blown. Get back to 𝚙𝚘𝚗𝚙𝚘 now by any means possible. Your cover is blown. If you're going to complete this contract, you better get rid of the other SAMs now. Wow, that's quite a sight, even from the satellite view. One bridge down, one large payday on its way. Based on what you told me, I've had our satellite scan General Yun's facility. You've got 5 minutes before his defenses against the blackout bomb are in place. The CBU-95 will still work after that, but its effectiveness will be greatly diminished. I'm glad you stayed on Buford's good side. The heavier targets are critical to General Yun's defenses. Taking them out weakens him significantly. It's the Union's air cavalry. You've weakened Yun's defenses enough for them to fly in. Here comes the cavalry. There he is. General Yun's taking us seriously now. He's commanding his troops personally. I've put his location on your SNS. That's another $1 million in the bank and one of General Sung's closest advisors in the bag. We should get lots of valuable information out of this. This Chinese-South Korean conflict looks ready to blow. I don't want to see you get caught in the middle. I've informed Colonel Peng that there's evidence of NK troops in the city. You have authorization to use artillery support. Colonel Peng is requesting your help in Dandong. SK troops have snuck across the border and are entering Dandong from the north. The Chinese artillery pen in Dandong is under attack. The Chinese are taking heavy losses. If their artillery is wiped out, it'll cripple their operations in North Korea. The Chinese have suffered a devastating defeat. We're done. Contract cancelled. Good work. You've cleared out the SK in that area. Time to move on. The Chinese are very pleased with your work. Contract complete. Looks like Peng's gearing up for a full-scale war. This is interesting. The Chinese want you to photograph that damaged F-117 in the airstrip. You'll need to be very close to get the detailed shots they're interested in, but they'll pay handsomely if you succeed. I'm sending the photos to the Chinese now. We should get the bonus once you finish the contract. 6 targets remaining. 5 targets remaining. 4 targets remaining. 3 targets remaining. 2 targets remaining. 1 target left. Good work. All designated targets have been destroyed. All that's left is the freighter. You'll need some real firepower to sink that ship. The Chinese have promised us something special if you knock out the SK radio towers. A fuel air bomb should do the trick. I'm picking up multiple vehicles to the north. Looks like company. Multiple vehicle heat signatures to the south. Heads up. I'm picking up multiple vehicles to the south. Looks like company. Oh no, we've got multiple vehicles approaching from the east. I'm picking up multiple vehicles to the east. Looks like company. Watch for incoming multiple vehicles to the west. Looks like company. I'm picking up multiple vehicles to the west. Looks like company. Oh no, I'm picking up radio chatter from a spooky gunship. Looks like the SK have their own air support. That's everything. The Chinese are extremely pleased, but I'd steer clear of any SK troops if I were you. That'll leave a mark. The SK won't be able to use the harbour until they clear the wreck. Easy. Let's just take one contract at a time. The leader is probably within the temple in the centre of the lake. I've updated your PDA with the location. Good news. It looks like the Queen of Spades is behind this surprise visit. I've updated your PDA with the location of the area where he was just spotted. We've identified the presence of a radio jammer in the area. That's why your support access has been acting up. The device is on the island, and I've marked its location on your PDA. If you want to use air support for this contract, you'll have to destroy the building that houses that jammer. The Queen of Spades is out of commission. Colonel Peng's going to be pleased. Hell, he might even crack a smile. This'll be a good opportunity to get to know Yosef better. It's an ambush. Sergei set you up. Get Yosef and get out of there. It's an ambush. Sergei set you up. Get Yosef and get out of there. Yosef is safe and we've got our $1 million. I wouldn't want to be Sergei right now. I know, and Sergei seemed like such a nice guy. We're too late. Sergei's man is long gone. Okay, he's coming out of the train. Here's your chance. Better get him before he escapes. Damn, we lost track of that officer. Consider this contract cancelled. 1 down, 3 to go. The next officer is in a vehicle patrolling the village to the north of Yongbyon. Your SNS has been updated. That's 2 officers. The third is at the temple, hiding amongst some civilians. Check your SNS. 1 more of Sergei's men to take care of. The last one's stationed in a village with his regiment. That's it. All the officers have been killed. Yosef's reward is on its way. I wonder if Yosef was planning this from the start. North Korean helicopters are approaching the city. It looks like they're escorting a convoy of trucks. You'd better get back here. Phew, that was close. Now just verify the jack. The HQ's in bad shape. The HQ's about to collapse. Don't let another bomber through. The HQ's about to collapse. Oh no! The North Koreans have destroyed the HQ. Lee's been verified. You win again. Garrett's starting to sound pretty confident. Okay, Now here's the second site. Major Howard has an urgent message for you. Stand by. I'm going to patch him through. Allied HQ reports the rescue team is en route. ETA approximately 5 minutes. I'll keep this frequency open in case anything urgent comes up. That convoy needs your help. If you don't hurry, they'll be wiped out. Damn it, we've lost contact with the convoy. I don't think they made it. Good job. It looks like the soldiers are going to make it after all. When you're dealing with journalists, remember, 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘 would prefer to keep our name out of the press. That's 1 down, 2 to go. All right, 1 left. Nice work. That'll get us the bounty. Ouch. That hurts us as much as the journalist. Contract cancelled. Might as well head back to base. I'm putting a blip on the radar so you know when the journalist is too far from you or when they can't get a good shot. The journalist is too far to get a good shot of the action. Better move in carefully. I'm sure he has a guard or 2 in the area. I don't think you'll be able to spot him from inside your transport. You'll have to proceed on foot. Looks like they've just finished loading the trucks. Better get in there quickly. Watch those trucks. We'll get a nice bonus for each one that doesn't end up a pile of burning steel and rubber. Great work. That should get us a nice bonus. Like finding a needle in a haystack. I'll let you know if something unexpected shows up on my display. Satellites show an inbound vehicle. Probably the target's transport out of the area. You've let the target get away. Now that he knows we're after him, he'll be impossible to catch. Looks like it's starting to hit the fan. Area secured. Move on to the next area. We've received a bonus for successfully evacuating civilians. Nice job. The North Korean Special Forces blew the bridge. You'll have to find another way across. Excellent work. The North Koreans have been routed and the AN base is intact. Our bounty is incoming. Stay focused. An AN extraction team is on its way for Kim. Now go get Sung. Was Kim at the prison when you left? Alright, don't worry about it. Concentrate on finding Sung and stopping the launch. You did it! $100 million in the bag. Hope your butt's ready for some serious kissing. The chairman of 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘 is going to call you himself. Holy crap, what was that? Get out of there now! Sung's launched the nukes! Just get to the extraction point fast. The marker should be on your PDA. Now go! Those nukes are going to hit Beijing in less than 20 minutes. Those nukes are going to hit Moscow in less than 20 minutes. Those nukes are going to hit Seoul in less than 20 minutes. I've picked him up on my satellite. Get to Yongbyon fast, and I'll keep homing in on his location. I've picked him up on my satellite. Get to Cheongju fast, and I'll keep homing in on his location. I've picked him up on my satellite. Get to Dandong fast, and I'll keep homing in on his location. What the hell are the South Koreans doing with Kim? What the hell are the Russian mafia doing with Kim? What the hell are the Chinese doing with Kim? Time's running out. You've got to get Kim to the AN base. You can transmit the abort codes there. Hurry! You don't have enough money. I'm afraid you can't afford that. You need more money. Your SNS signal's being jammed. I can't get a fix on your position. Find that SNS jammer. This weather is too dangerous for helicopters. They won't fly in this weather. You need to clear out those SAMs. There are active SAMs in the area. Destroy them first. Sorry, you need to clear out the SAMs. You won't be able to take missions from them and they'll shoot you on sight. You've taken out the gate. Good. Not bad. You made it into the complex without using the carpet bomb. Now you've got a spare airstrike handy. That's 1 carpet bomb wasted. And you've still got to get inside the complex. There are 4 SAM trucks defending the complex against air attacks. Your support options will increase as you take them out. There's SAM trucks defending the complex against air attacks. Your support options will increase as you take them out. This SAM is lightly defended. Shouldn't be a problem. There's some heavy armor at the next SAM. Be careful. You're near one of the SAMs. I can see a helipad and a helicopter next to it. You're near one of the SAMs. That's 1 SAM taken down. You've taken out 2 of the SAMs. Good. Only 1 SAM left. That's the last of them. That's the last of them. Now go take out that chemical plant. That's the last of them. Now go get the Queen of Hearts. The chemical plant is nearby. Expect heavier defenses there. You'll need a bunker buster to take out that building. Try not to get too close to the explosion. Stop him! He's trying to get away! Remember, he's worth double if you bring him in alive. I've updated your support menu. You can now have anti-air and anti-tank weapons delivered. A sniper rifle and silenced SMG are now available in your support menu. You can now have the South Koreans drop off an infantry fighting vehicle for you. You now have access to a bunker buster airstrike. Try calling in a carpet bomb to take out that gate. This queen brings us that much closer to Sung. He's got to be running scared by now. The complex is well guarded. I'd advise a stealthy approach. The chemical plant is taking severe damage. Keep it up. The chemical plant is finished. Nice work. Our HVT is on deck. The Queen of Hearts has been verified killed. Good work. The Queen of Hearts has been verified captured. Good work. You've got mail from the Allies about that CIA operative working for the South Koreans. I just forwarded you a message from a man named 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘𝚘. I've got his file here. He's a major domo with the Russian mob. Dangerous, but almost certainly worth it in terms of money and intelligence. I've identified another possible source of income and intel. Check your PDA for the email. You should play the field a little. Get to know all the major players before you commit yourself. Now that Division 39's been taken care of, be on the lookout for the Ace of Diamonds. That's General Chang and his men. Chang's responsible for Sung's biological and chemical weapons programs. We've dropped you into the Allied MASH unit in Kusung. You're about 100 miles north of your previous location. Before you head off after General 𝚙𝚗𝚊𝚌𝚙 and the rest of the Hearts, you may want to take some time and get your bearings.
Sung's forces have retreated here, into the northwestern provinces of North Korea. Expect to find your old friends from the various factions here too.
All that's left between you and the $100 million is General Sung and his all-female Special Forces squad. The Chinese decided you're a threat. You're now an enemy of the Chinese. You've pissed off the Chinese. You're back in the Chinese good graces. You've convinced the Chinese you're not a threat anymore. You've made the Chinese happy with you again. You're dangerously close to pissing off the Chinese. Hey Chris, do you read me? Wake up! You're about 10 minutes from the DMZ drop zone. Hope you got your free packet of 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘𝚗 Airlines peanuts. Listen, we're close. You might want to get your gear together for the drop. You checked out your new PDA yet? We know you'll treat this machine a lot better. I heard that. If you can stop abusing it for a minute, I want to test our uplink. I'm tapped into every satellite feed I can get my hands on. That means when I send you a blip on your PDA, you check it out. Of course. No. The blip, Chris. The blips, Chris. Standard issue frag grenades. I know it's not state of the art. It's state of the art like everything else. I try. Got everything? You heard the man. Time to get going. Chris, you ready? You know they say the DMZ is the most dangerous place on Earth. I'm worried about our payday. $100 million. You think you could spend that much money in one lifetime? Ready to go for a ride? What are you waiting for? This is Fiona with 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘𝚗. Do you read me? Jennifer, you're about 10 minutes from the DMZ drop zone. Bet you say that to all the girls. Bet you say that to all your support operatives. Just doing my job. We're close. You might want to get your gear together for the drop. Have you checked out your new PDA yet? Don't worry, there's not going to be a test. I'm tapped into every satellite feed I can get my hands on. That means when I send you a blip in your PDA, you check it out. The blip, Jennifer? The blips, Jennifer? Standard issue frag grenades. I know it's not state of the art. It's state of the art like everything else. I try. Got everything? You heard the man. Time to get going. Jennifer, you ready? You know they say the DMZ is the most dangerous place on Earth. But still, $100 million. You think you could spend that much money in one lifetime? More money than I could ever spend in a lifetime. Ready to go for a ride? What are you waiting for? Hey Matthias, my name's Fiona, your ex-op support coordinator for this mission. Nice to meet you too. You're about 10 minutes from the DMZ drop zone. Try meditation, I've heard that helps. Listen, we're close. You might want to get your gear together for the drop. Have you checked out your new PDA yet? Well, that gadget could save your life. It can stop you from wandering around North Korea like a clueless idiot. It can stop you from walking into a North Korean minefield. I'm tapped into every satellite feed I can get my hands on. The blip, Matthias. The blips, Matthias? Standard issue frag grenades. I know it's not state of the art. It's state of the art like everything else. I try. Got everything? You heard the man. Time to get going. Matthias, are you ready? You know they say the DMZ is the most dangerous place on Earth. Easy, boy. Just don't forget about our payday, okay? Ready to go for a ride? What are you waiting for? The South Koreans decided you're a threat. You're now an enemy of the South Koreans. You've pissed off the South Koreans. You're back in the South Koreans' good graces. You've convinced the South Koreans you're not a threat anymore. You've made the South Koreans happy with you again. You're dangerously close to pissing off the South Koreans. You're now an enemy of the Russian mob. You've pissed off the Russian mob. The Russian mob decided you're a threat. You're back in the Russian mob good graces. You've convinced the Russian mob you're not a threat anymore. You've made the Russian mob happy with you again. You're dangerously close to pissing off the Russians. You have to rendezvous with the Allied inspectors. I've identified their location for you. Call the inspectors to have them enter your vehicle. Where are you going? You're supposed to protect the inspectors. Oh no, the inspectors have been ambushed. You mustn't leave them behind. You'll need to stay closer to the inspectors. You've lost an inspector. You've lost another inspector. There are too many hostile forces nearby. Remember those scientists are soft targets. You've lost one of the inspectors. You need to get at least one back to base alive. The inspectors have returned with their findings. Allied payment is en route to our account. All the inspectors are dead. Mission failure. You actually get to do something heroic this time out. Remember, there are journalists covering the conditions of the refugees. It wouldn't be advisable to hurt any civilians while they're filming. A medic at the Allied MASH has the vaccine you'll need. Speak with him first. Another civilian casualty. Be careful. Too many civilians have been lost. The Allies are cancelling the contract. Great job. The Allies now have the supplies they'll need to treat these refugees. The Allied physicians need to be kept alive as well. This should be fun, huh? They're likely to just shoot those men the moment they spot you running around in the area. More bad news. The satellite shows North Korean forces set up roadblocks to stop anyone from leaving the area. Beautiful. The intel those inspectors gathered is worth a lot to the Allies. They've already wired the money to our account. Another job well done. It's probably not a good idea to get too close to the site with that chopper. The satellite shows NK anti-air vehicles in the area. Check your email. We've just received word they're offering a bonus if we bring all the inspectors home in one piece. That worked. The North Korean convoy has been successfully diverted. Now we just need to get those inspectors out. Good. It looks like the North Korean convoy turned around and is heading away from the site. Now we just need to get those inspectors out. Nice! You might be able to use the APC to sneak into the site itself. Either way, it stopped the convoy from picking up the inspectors. It looks like the North Korean convoy caught word you were at the site and decided to turn around. I guess that's one way to take care of them. The NK convoy escaped with the investigators. The NK convoy escaped with an investigator. Intel has the location of the North Korean convoy inbound to the site. They're going to kill them! You may want to get rid of those guards next to them before things get too hot in there. There are the inspectors. You might want to get out of there. More North Korean troops are inbound to the site. You should receive an email about our bonus. Seems they're extremely happy that all the inspectors made it back. Oh no, you've run out of time! You better get moving. You don't have a lot of time to get to the inspectors. Not much time left. Hurry up and get to those men. The satellite shows alarm towers at the site. When they go off and the bullets start flying, the inspectors will be their first targets. The Ace of Hearts has overloaded the reactor. Stop his escape, then get out of there before the meltdown. Better get a move on. I don't think the Ace intends to stick around much longer. The Ace is getting ready to depart. We'll be in serious trouble if he escapes. The Ace is about to get away. Let's hurry. The Ace of Hearts is in Allied hands now. We're done here. The Ace of Hearts has been verified as killed in action. Nice work. The Allied soldiers are requesting that tunnel be removed so they can take cover behind the sandbags. The Allies won't pay us if a target is dead. Nice work, except you didn't get the press coverage the Allies need. No bounty for us. I'll identify them. You bring them down before they relay their coordinates back to their artillery units. Damn it, I was too late. Incoming to the south. There's one. I almost missed this one. Quick, get him. Another one for you. You got him. Good work. Nice work. Excellent. Good job. Too late. Get clear of the buildings. Damn, get out of there. Damn, you're going to have to hurry up getting to them. Incoming. The Allied HQ has certainly seen better days. The Allied HQ can't take much more. We've lost the Allied HQ. We've lost too many buildings in Kusung. Excellent work. The North Koreans have been routed and the Allied base is intact. Our bounty is incoming. You'll be spearheading the assault with a platoon of Garrett's tanks. Although you don't have to stick with them, heavy armor is always an asset. Satellite photos show a large concentration of AA near the prison, so use caution. Incoming helicopters. They'll tear through the tanks. You should be within visual range of the air defenses. I've identified the SAMs you need to neutralize. Since all armor has been destroyed, you'll have to take care of the SAMs yourself. Garrett's not going to be happy about losing those tanks. Great, that's the last SAM. You should be able to get to the prison without much trouble now. According to President Kim, there are 4 missile control stations on this facility. Take them out as you go up the mountain. Here is the first station. You've destroyed the first station. Here is the second station. You've destroyed the second station. Here is the third station. You've destroyed the third station. The fourth station is at the top of the launch facility. Go find General Sung. I've just received word from Garrett. He's withdrawing air support from the whole area. The Chinese are at war with the South Koreans. You won't be safe in the air. You don't have any air support, so you'll have to be resourceful. They've blown the bridge. Well, there's only one way across. You did it! You stopped the missiles! Oh, no, you've destroyed the computer. There's no way to stop the missiles now. The missiles are out of range. There's no way to stop them now. Sung's launched the missiles. You need to abort them before they get out of the fail-safe range. You have destroyed the prison and killed President Kim. Where are you going? Garrett wants you to investigate the prison. The Allies questioned President Kim. He gave them the abort codes for the nukes and General Sung's location. I've sent the codes to your PDA and marked Sung's location on your radar. He's launched the missiles! You've only got one chance now. That code Kim gave us can still disable the warheads, but you need to enter it before they get out of range. Come on, you should be familiar with the routine by now. Use the bunker buster to crack open the gate. The Allies have made all their airstrikes available to you. You don't need to be shy about using them here. They have the front of their outpost well protected. You need to find another way into that valley, or be prepared to spend a lot of money. Good, you have the codes. Now get back to Chinese HQ. Oh, bloody hell, the computer's been destroyed. Abort contract. The General will be pleased to receive those codes. Great work. Chinese payment should be credited to our account shortly. These codes will compromise the entire South Korean defense network. The South Koreans have Sinuiju locked down. If you want to move around in the city without getting shot, you'll need to keep a low profile. That's one jammer down. Destroy the other one and we'll be able to call in the Chinese for air support. Both jammers are destroyed. Chinese air support is now available. That does it. You'd better get out of there before the South Koreans regroup and start looking for stragglers. I can't say I've ever been paid to start a war between two countries. There's a fierce tank battle between the Chinese and Sung's forces. If the North Koreans can be pushed south, that will give you some breathing room to get to the Jack. Looks like Sung's forces have been pushed back a bit. They still seem to have a strong presence around the reactor, though. Sung's men are really taking a beating. They're barely hanging on to the reactor complex. The NK forces lost control of the reactor complex. The Chinese should be able to contain them. It might be a good idea to move Dr. Han away from the reactor. You may not survive waiting for the extraction helicopter while being bombarded with radiation. South Korean helicopters are approaching from the river. Destroy them before they attack the artillery. One of the weapons has been destroyed. Don't panic. We'll still see a good payday out of this if you keep the other ones intact. Another one is destroyed. This may be tougher than we thought. They've destroyed another weapon. There goes another weapon. I don't know if this contract is even worth it anymore. All of the weapons are destroyed. Our contract is terminated. Great job. Chinese reinforcements are almost here. Hang in there. Chinese forces have arrived. Good work. They'll take it from here. Peng really seems to have it in for Buford. That airfield has restricted access. The South Koreans will open fire if they spot you in there. Good work, but there's a new development. The South Koreans put Chungju on high alert. Excellent. South Korean jamming capabilities have been disabled. You're clear to call in airstrikes. The jammer is located on the deck of the freighter. You won't be able to call in airstrikes until you disable it. All targets have been destroyed. Chinese payment is en route to our account. An airfield full of armored vehicles, a heavily guarded South Korean freighter. Why am I not surprised you accepted this contract? A Chinese scout team reached the Unsan village. They secured the temple where the community leader is located. We've got a problem. North Korea forces are rapidly approaching the lake with some heavy firepower. The Queen of Spades is among the forces. I've identified his location for you. The leader is dead. How could this happen? Excellent work. That's the last of the Chinese face cards. What do you think your chances of getting the leader to talk? If I alert Allied Command, they'll flatten the whole city. You'll have to deal with this on your own. We've received an update to the contract. An Allied tank lost its way near the temple. Get out of there, Chris. You've got incoming. Get out of there, Jen. You've got incoming. Get out of there, Matthias. You've got incoming. Damn, Sergei was willing to pay a premium for that tank. I hope Garrett doesn't find out about this. Nice work. There's our boy. I found him. Yosef has a good idea where Sergei is hiding, but I don't have a fix on his exact position. Chris, the North Koreans are attacking Yongbyon. You'd better get back there. Matthias, the North Koreans are attacking Yongbyon. You'd better get back there. Jen, the North Koreans are attacking Yongbyon. You'd better get back there. I just got word from Yosef. That Allied tank you stole is ready for action. I've marked its location. I've spotted 3 groups of North Koreans around Yongbyon. I bet the Jack is at one of them leading the operation. Try the next group. The Jack is in another camp. There he is. Typical, they're always in the last place you look. Say, Chris, doesn't this job seem a little petty for us? I don't know, Matthias. This job seems a little easy for ex-ops. Doesn't this job seem a little too easy, Jen? No thanks. I like my desk job. You'd better get moving. Sergei's contacts are scattered all over the area. Okay, that's everything. Drop it off and we've got a fat paycheck on the way. We're about to lose the bonus. You sure are taking a while. You're really cutting things close. Time's up. Mission failed. Sergei's toys have been delivered. Mafia payment is en route to our account. You and Yosef can catch up on old times. You've let Yosef die. You've left Yosef behind. Be careful. If you leave Yosef behind, the mission's over. Careful. If Yosef dies, you fail the mission. Don't forget Yosef. You need him to complete the contract. Yosef's in trouble. You'd better help him. Oh no, Yosef was killed. You left Yosef behind. This contract is cancelled. Okay, listen up. I know the general locations of the renegade officers, but you're going to have to get close or use your binoculars to identify them. If you take them out without killing any loyal Mafia soldiers, Yosef will pay us a lot more. I can't tell who's who from up here. Watch your fire. That's your man. Target confirmed. Take him. There he is. That's him. Take him out. There goes our bonus. Yosef was hoping to minimize his losses. That's him. Target confirmed. Try the next location. They're really pounding the HQ. Be careful. The Mafia's outpost is heavily defended. Have you considered looking for a Mafia vehicle to hijack? Might make it easier to get in undetected. Once the Mafia starts shooting at you, they'll stop inspecting the KIFV. If you leave, though, they'll go back to work. The KIFV was designed for electronic warfare. It acts as a radar jammer, so you'll have to rely on your wits in there. Might be worth your trouble to hijack a Chinese vehicle so you can sneak into Dandong. Great. Now get that man back to SKHQ. Great. Now get that man back to Chongju. The Chinese are currently pretty happy with you. You should be able to get in, get the spy, and get out. No problem. The Chinese are currently hostile toward you. It could be very difficult to get into Dandong. You've been spotted. You may have a tough time getting out of there. They've seen through your disguise. You may have a tough time getting out of there. The Chinese are mobilizing all their troops. They don't want you to get that spy back alive. The Chinese are ready for you. They're jamming radio frequencies. You won't be able to call in an airstrike. And nothing else will take out that bridge. You'll have to destroy that jammer first. Better get out of there quick and blow that bridge up. You've destroyed the jammer. Good. Now get back across that bridge and blow it up. There are 3 possible locations. General Yun could be at any one of them. A squad is breaking and running. Wait, they're not retreating. It looks like they're going to reinforce one of the other locations. I guess he wasn't at the refinery. I guess he wasn't at the reactor. I guess he wasn't at the nuclear plant. Not at the refinery either. Not at the reactor either. Not at the plant either. There's only one place left. He's got to be at the refinery. He's got to be at the reactor. He's got to be at the nuclear plant. The King of Spades has been verified killed. Sung's right-hand man is dead and the world is a safer place. Contract fulfilled. That was easy enough. Now to really earn your keep. After you pick up the Allied soldiers, there are 2 targets you'll need to take out along the way. I've identified them for you. That's 1 down. That's the last one. Follow the dirt road north to the LZ. Stay low as you make your way to the drop-off LZ. There's lots of SAMs in the area. Let the door gunners do their job and clear out some of the troops in the area before. Excellent. Now get out of there. The safest route is the way you came in. Contract cancelled. You had to get all the troops to the LZ alive. Contract cancelled. The soldiers prefer to remain conscious while being inserted into enemy territory. I've put a marker on your radar. Fly the copter over there and land at the designated spot. You need to do a better job of defending those Allied troops. At the rate they're dying, there's no way we're collecting on this contract. Allied casualties are getting dangerously close to the limit. Protect those units or they'll cancel the contract. That's it. Too many casualties. Contract's cancelled. The Allied soldiers at this checkpoint are squaring off against North Koreans coming from an underground tunnel. Get rid of them and close off the tunnel with a bunker buster. North Koreans from their barracks are being reinforced by troops coming up from a tunnel entrance. You'll need your surgical strikes to soften up those hardened structures. This Allies checkpoint is being assaulted by North Koreans coming from 3 different hardened structures. A barracks, a hangar, and an underground tunnel entrance. Your bunker busters should make quick work of them. All Allied checkpoints are secure. Excellent work. Payment incoming. Here's a tip. Surgical strikes are great for taking out hardened structures like barracks, hangars, or tunnel entrances. To use a surgical strike, you'll need to select it from your support menu. Once selected, you can designate a target using a hacked satellite feed. Good job. Use the same technique when you want to destroy other hardened structures. Good work. 2 down, 1 more to go. Excellent. That was a nice easy bonus, wasn't it? Remember, the computers must remain intact. Damn, we've lost the contract from the Mafia. Those computers couldn't be destroyed. Well done. The South Koreans are sending their support in now. This is interesting. Hwangbo's transmitter is coming from inside Sung Tower. You'll need to destroy the tower to get to Hwangbo. Allied intel says the tower is a hardened structure. They've authorized the bunker buster support option for you. 1 jammer down. That's 2 jammers down. Looks pretty easy so far. That's it. You've nailed all the jammers. Nice going. Great work. You've verified the ace of clubs. The Allies are wiring the bounty to us now. I'm tracking multiple NK helicopters en route to the island. They're probably coming in to pick up Hwangbo. Get him before they do. We've lost the ace of clubs. That's the Allied officer. That's the NK prisoner. That's the SK officer. That's the Chinese tank commander. Up for a little babysitting? A little babysitting isn't going to hurt. The journalist has the footage he needs and has been returned safely to the DMZ. Good work. The journalist has the footage he needs and has been returned safely. I hope you're ready for some action. Intel reports General Kang is sending reinforcements to the crash site. You've run out of time. And with no survivors rescued, the Allies are declaring the situation a lost cause. In other words, this contract is officially cancelled. Survivors safely rescued, anti-air defenses neutralized. You're done, and payment's on its way. There's the crash site. Find any survivors and rescue them. Not long now until NK reinforcements arrive at the crash site. Heads up! NK forces are inbound to the crash site. You just received another email. Seems there's some additional targets in the area they'd like you to help clean up while you're at it. They've blown out the bridge. Just make sure you get any survivors away from the crash site before the NK get there, or those soldiers won't stand a chance. I've sent you another email. Garrett is offering a bonus if you return all the survivors home safely. Okay, you're clear. Now get the survivors back to the HQ. Okay, you're clear. Now get that survivor back to the HQ. Be careful. That crash site is going to become a hotbed of North Korean activity. Well done. Now get the survivors back to the HQ and you'll be done. Well done. Now get that survivor back to the HQ and you'll be done. One of the crash survivors has been killed. Another survivor is down. First tunnel destroyed. That's 2 tunnels. 3 tunnels down. That's the 4th tunnel. 5 tunnels destroyed. Tunnel destroyed. Move on to the next. That's the last of the tunnels. Look out for anti-air defenses near this next tunnel. I'm reading North Korean helicopters at this next tunnel. There are ground troops stationed at this next tunnel. Keep your eyes peeled. North Koreans are starting an advance on the Allied post. The first line of Allied defenses has been breached. North Korean forces have broken the second line. They've breached the final line. The Allied post is vulnerable. The Allied post is under attack. The Allied post is critically damaged. The Allied post has been compromised. All right. Now you've just got to take out any remaining North Korean forces gunning for the Allied post. The interrogation proceeded without interruption. Good work. General Chang is one of Sung's closest aides and most experienced commanders. He'll be a tough nut to crack. I've marked the location of the Type 07 supergun on your radar. The gun is hardened and has a jamming system built in. You'll need to find a way to destroy it. Allied intel indicates that some of Sung's special forces are in the area. These elite troops are some of his best. Careful. These elite troops like ambushes and booby traps. Careful where you step. Satellite images indicate a heavy presence of NK vehicles in the area. There's a lot of radiation in the area ahead of you, probably a byproduct of the supergun's radioactive shells. You need to find a shielded vehicle like a tank to take you through. There's radiation throughout this complex. The whole area around the supergun is bathed in radiation. You'll have to find a way to destroy it without getting close. There's a Type 07 prototype gun in the area. It seems to be outside the contaminated area. Its shells should be strong enough to destroy the supergun. I'll mark it on your radar. The supergun is tough. It'll take a few shots to destroy it. The crew is changing targets. They're gunning for you. You'll need to take it out fast. Excellent. That threat has been eliminated. I spotted some strange activity. It looks like General Chang is preparing for a final push. I've marked his location on your radar. There's Chang. Great work. You've verified the ace of diamonds. The Allies are wiring the bounty to us now. Nice. Keep it up. Report to the Chinese contact now. They've spotted you. Now there's no bonus from the Chinese. Looks like you lost your window of opportunity. You better get a move on. Those mafia officers won't wait around all day to be assassinated. Good. You found him. Now get that officer to 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚊𝚌𝚎 in one piece. Great work. The Chinese will take it from here. That's 1 tent destroyed. You've got 2 more to go. Excellent. Destroy that last tent and you'll be set. You've destroyed all the tents. Now this contract is a bit more lucrative. That's another tent down. Keep up the good work. It looks like there's a North Korean roadblock up ahead. Be prepared. Damn, another roadblock. I'm beginning to see why the Chinese had a tough time getting through here. Gotta say, I never thought you'd end up a paid escort. The Chinese place weapons and ammunition along this street. You're going to need them. The South Koreans will be here any second now. You must stop them from entering the village. Seems like the Chinese and the South Koreans are on a collision course. If you want to get past that gate, you'll need to call in some heavy firepower or find a North Korean vehicle. Damn, another gate. You know what to do. That's 1 artillery weapon destroyed. 2 down, 3 to go. That's the 3rd one. You only have 2 left to destroy. Great work. Now get that last one and you'll be set. All the artillery weapons have been destroyed. Good news. I've identified the King of Diamonds' location for you. Excellent work. We should receive payment shortly. Jagal has a reputation as an especially cruel leader. He tortured his own men if they were less than perfect. There's something wrong with Sergei. I don't trust him. So that's what the Russians are after. That's the last of the guns. Now grab that truck and you're good to go. There's only scattered resistance in the area, but those machine guns could be dangerous. The Russians are providing a copter for you. I hope you remember your flight training. There's a lot of North Korean activity in the city. You might want to stick to the river. You can follow the railroad west to the target location. At least they patched it up. The Russians are providing a truck and some soldiers for you. The Russians will drive the missile truck out if you clear the way for them. The Russians are all dead. You'll have to steal the missile truck yourself if you want the bonus. Alright, looks like the truck made it. Nice work. First the Chinese, now the South Koreans. The Russians aren't out to make friends. The Mafia has several members of the Chinese military on their payroll. There's an officer willing to provide us with artillery support. For a price. You're about to lose the target. Yosef just gave you access to a support item he thought you might find useful. The Allied officer has been terminated. Looks like the press conference is wrapping up and the Allied officer is preparing to leave. Take care of him before he gets away. I've identified the Allied officer for you. Looks like he's giving a press conference. Don't let the journalists see you take him out. The vehicle with the prisoner isn't sticking around. You better get after them. The prisoner has been terminated. They're loading the prisoner onto the chopper. I've identified the prisoner for you. He appears to be in an SK vehicle moving at high speed. I think they're headed to the SK officer's original location. If they are, they'll be in for one hell of a surprise when they get there. I think they're headed to the SK officer's location. I wonder where they're headed in such a hurry. Don't let that chopper get too far, or its contract cancelled. The SK officer has been terminated. The SK officer is getting on board the helicopter. I've identified the SK officer. SK forces appear to have secured the entire area. It seems like they were waiting for the arrival of the NK prisoner. Looks like a lot of security. I've just intercepted a message from the SK officer. They know the NK prisoner was killed. It won't take long for word of the prisoner's death to reach the SK officer. Better hurry. The Chinese tank commander has been terminated. The Chinese tank commander is getting ready to leave his patrol. You'd better hurry up and take him out. I've identified the Chinese tank commander. I think he's on patrol in one of his tanks. That was the last target. Mission bounty is being transferred as we speak. Dealing with the press makes me nervous. Remember XOP's policy. According to his file, the Queen has been smuggling weapons into and out of the area. But the Allies have all the roads blocked off and they own the air, so how he's doing it is a mystery. He's using the hospital as a cover for his operation. He's blowing up the hospital, destroying the evidence. If you don't catch him, no one will know how he gets weapons into the area. Check your email. Joseph has some interesting insights into this journalist. That's what he gets for posing as a journalist. Sadly, we needed him to track down the Queen of Diamonds. We're done here. Sergei will most certainly be pleased to hear that. The journalist has escaped. So much for a bonus. The Queen is blowing up the hospital! That boat must be how he was smuggling arms into and out of the area. The journalist has been killed. I've identified each defense point for you. They'll flash when NK troops are in proximity. You won't have long to get from point to point, so be quick. The South Korean troops are under heavy fire. Help them out. They've overrun the South Korean position. You need to get out of there right away. The South Koreans have panicked and are retreating. South Korean reinforcements were killed. I hope Agent Buford has a backup plan. The South Koreans have been wiped out. Buford's not going to be pleased. Troops are attacking the North Defense Point. Troops are moving in near the East Defense Point. NK troops are moving in on the South Defense Point. NK forces are attacking the North Defense Point again. The South Koreans are short on manpower, but they've set up some basic defenses. Those in-place guns are ideal for stopping any incoming vehicles. Perfect. Mission complete. Buford's wiring the money into your account as we speak. The agent is dead. How are we going to explain this? The agent is being held in one of the hangars at Pyongyang Airport. Bring him back safely. The agent isn't here. He's not here either. That only leaves one place he could be. The Chinese have been alerted to your presence. Okay, bring the agent back to the South Koreans. You can't let the Chinese follow you back to Kaesong. Lose them. You don't have to kill all the civilians, you know. Helicopters have lifted off and are en route to Icheon. Lee is on the base somewhere, but you'll have to scout around for his exact location. Or wait until the helicopter lands. Looks like his rider's landed. The helicopters are taking off. Lee's helicopter is approaching the border. Intercept before he escapes. He's gone. You're too late. You've crippled the helicopter. It's going down. The North Koreans know something's wrong. They're sending reinforcements to investigate. Excellent. You can slip inside the base undetected in that thing. Strange. The North Koreans deployed their missiles for some reason. I bet we can get a little extra from Buford for blowing them up. Well, Lee won't be flying out of Incheon now. Better act quickly before he realizes what happened. There he is. Now you just need to get him. He's on the roof. You need to find a way to either get up there or get him down. The helicopter has landed. Stop that chopper before he gets away. Okay, he's toast. Better hope his body lands in a safe place. Wow, this guy has a backup plan for everything. He's heading to that helicopter. Great, you've destroyed one of the missiles. It looks like Choi has already fueled them up, so you might be able to set up chain reactions. Excellent. You've destroyed all of the launches, putting an end to Choi's plans and making the world just a little safer. I've intercepted some Chinese radio traffic. They're scrambling reinforcements now. The Chinese are using Nampo to resupply their HQ at the airport and the garrison at Haeju. The fuel truck should be driving around there. Good. You've taken out all of the depots. That's the last truck. Buford will pay a bonus for every additional one you destroy. That's the last truck. Hurry up, Chinese helicopters are lifting off from the airport. You've really thrown a wrench into Chinese operations at Nampo. Buford will be pleased. Here they come. You'd best get out of here before they can ID you. That's one fuel truck down. Careful, that's a civilian vehicle. There are the depots. Plan your attack carefully, because more troops will probably show up once the fireworks start. This is the aircraft's last known position. The pilots should be nearby. Excellent. Let the North Koreans sift through that if they want any intel on the plane. Well done. That's a pretty big chunk of change for a nice leisurely mission. The pilot's dead. This must be the downed plane. Destroy it, then find the pilot. It looks like the Chinese are trying to capture the pilot. You need to get to him before they do. Good news. I've located the pilot. The bad news is so have the North Koreans. Good news. I've located the pilot. The bad news is so have the North Koreans. There's the plane, but I'm not picking up any sign of the pilot. There's the plane, but I'm not picking up any sign of the pilot. It looks like they're taking him to the Black Gate. That fortress is heavily defended. If they get inside, the pilot's as good as dead. It looks like they're taking him to the Black Gate. That fortress is heavily defended. If they get inside, the pilot's as good as dead. They've taken the pilot inside. There's no way to get him back now. I'm tracking the current casualties in the city. If you don't stop the shelling before 25,000 civilians are killed, Buford will pull the plug on this operation. That's the Black Gate taken care of. We won't have to worry about that again. The fortress is destroyed. There's the Jack. Get him and we're home free. There's the Jack. Get him and we're home free. Well done, hero. That's a good day's work, and thousands can sleep in safety tonight, thanks to you. I've just got word from Buford. Solar's in rubble. There's no point continuing. You've destroyed the first battery. You've destroyed the second battery. Your primary objective is to destroy all the artillery before Sol is leveled. I'm tracking the current casualties in the city. The more civilians you can save, the happier Buford will be. There is a heavy concentration of AA up ahead, so be careful. South Korean ground forces are stymied at the Black Gate. Blow it open, and they can help secure the area. Good job. SK infantry is advancing into the base. It looks like NK reinforcements are garrisoned inside the fortress. The fortress is destroyed. The Allies have authorized the use of bunker busters now that the SAMs are clear. That should be all of the artillery. Wait, what's that? That should be all of the artillery. Wait, what's that? My God, look at the size of that thing. You've got to destroy it. My God, how could the Allies have missed that gun? You've got to destroy it. There's the Jack. Hurry up or there will be no one left to save. Well, that could have gone better, but at least part of the city is still standing. Those are the artillery pieces. Good. Now finish off the next one. There's the artillery in the hills. Your primary objective is to get to the Allied HQ. Colonel Garrett is waiting for you. Great, they've blocked the road. Maybe you should take these guys out. You should take one of those vehicles. Get the Allied soldiers into a vehicle. Colonel Garrett has authorized a support drop. The area is a lot hotter than we expected. Hang on while I patch into the Allied uplink. Damn, the North Koreans staged an assault on the Allied HQ. I'm hearing reports of intense shelling in the area. Looks like it just in time to be a hero. There's a UH-60 crew in trouble. See if you can help them out. Now we're talking. Head over to the Allied HQ. Head north to the Allied HQ. Garrett is expecting you. This is the southern border to the DMZ. The Allied HQ is due north. Garrett's waiting. I've identified the Allied HQ for you. See if you can hit that abandoned car with the carbine. I'm forwarding the contract Garrett sent. It lays out all the details of what you need to do. Check your PDA for the email. Don't forget your objective. You have to deal with the 2 of clubs. The Allies are providing air support. You should be able to target the artillery from here. You need to target the artillery pieces for the Allies. Great work. Garrett will be pleased. Now get back to the Allied HQ. What are you doing? You need to get back to the Allied HQ. You have to rendezvous with IAEA inspectors. I've uploaded their current location to your data pod. Now you need to escort those inspectors to 4 sites. I've uploaded the locations to your data pod. A cargo helicopter will be fast, but you'll be vulnerable to enemy fire. An APC will hold all the inspectors and give you more firepower, but won't move you as quickly. 3 sites left, 2 to go. 1 site left. All 4 sites have been inspected. Now get these inspectors back to the Allied HQ. Coordinates uploaded to your data pod. The inspectors are reporting nothing at this site. They've found uranium, but it's not weapons-grade material. The inspectors report that weapons-grade plutonium is being processed at this site. They've found guidance systems for nuclear missiles. This place will be a pile of rubble by tomorrow morning. Remember, those scientists are soft targets. You've lost one of the inspectors. You need to get at least 1 back to base alive. The inspectors are back home with their findings. Allied payment is en route to our account. There's an Allied doctor on the nearby airfield. He has the vaccine. I've uploaded his location to your data pod. The delivery site is in the tenement ruins. I've uploaded their location to your data pod. Deliver the vaccine to them. Remember, this is a goodwill mission. Kill 3 or more civilians, and the Allies disavow all knowledge and their bounty. Crap! The Chinese cordoned off the whole area. You can either slug your way through or find a way to sneak past the guards. A Chinese supply truck would work, if you can find one. The Chinese and the North Koreans have locked horns in the area. Beware of crossfire. The Chinese and the North Koreans are slugging things out. Be careful. The truck is a valid target for the North Koreans. No civilian casualties. Be careful. You've killed 2 refugees. Careful, you can't afford another civilian loss. You've killed 3 refugees. The Allies are cancelling their contract. Vaccine has been delivered. Allied payment is en route to our account. They'll give us a bonus if we leave the Chinese truck behind. The Allied relief workers can use it to evade the roadblocks. You don't have a lot of time. I've updated your PDA with the location of the first nuclear reactor. The first group of UN soldiers are waiting in the parking lot outside the UN HQ. The second group of UN soldiers you'll need to pick up are en route to another rendezvous point. Good work. The second set of UN soldiers are at the rendezvous point, and I've updated your PDA with their location. Get a move on. The North Korean attack is imminent. North Korean attack helicopters! If you can bring one of those down on your way out, do it. Otherwise, let the UN soldiers deal with the problem. You don't have time to get bogged down here. I've updated your PDA with the location of the second reactor. Hurry! Good work. Now stay focused. The UN forces at the other reactor are holding off the North Korean assault on that facility, but another force is headed your way. Hold off that assault until the inspectors can get out of the building. Hold back that assault force. Make sure they don't get anywhere near the inspectors. They still need a few more minutes to complete their work here. The North Koreans are attacking the second nuclear reactor. Hurry! If those inspectors are killed, this mission is over. One of the inspectors has been killed. You have to make sure they're safe, or we lose our bounty. Another one of the inspectors is down. Keep your eye on the last one, or we're finished. All the inspectors are dead. That's just great. Get out of there. The North Koreans have the road to Yongbyon blocked. You're probably going to need to call in for extraction to get the inspectors out of there. They shot down the heli. Good work. The reactor information is on its way to the Allies, and they've already wired money to our account. Get out of there. This should be a walk in the park. Just recon the sites in order. I've marked the first on your GPS. Okay, here's the second site. So much for the walk in the park. Good job, though. Well, this seems easy enough. Just remember to have the journalists get one verification, or we're out of the entire bounty. I've put 3 blips on your radar marking the current locations of the targets. Good luck. 1 down, 2 to go. All right, 1 left. Better move in carefully. I'm sure he has a guard or 2 in the area. Looks like they've just finished loading the trucks. Better get in there quickly, like finding a needle in a haystack. I'll let you know if something unexpected shows up. Satellites show an inbound vehicle, probably the target's transport out of the area. The Chinese want you to infiltrate a North Korean outpost near Yongbyon and rescue a captured Chinese officer. The location of the complex has been uploaded on your data pod. The outpost is up ahead. Be careful in there. We don't know the exact location of the Chinese officer within that compound, so don't get too trigger-happy. We've spotted our man. I've updated your data pod with his location. Get him out of there. You found him. Good work. Make sure that area is clear of any surface-to-air threats that will hinder the extraction. Looks like the officer has been killed. You might as well get out of there. We're not getting any money out of this one. The officer is safely out of the area. Great work! Chinese payments should be credited to our account shortly. Looks like this is a full-scale occupation by the North Koreans. One of our contacts in 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘 is reporting a dense hostile presence in the area, including heavies and roadblocks. That WZ-9 should eliminate some of the armoured threats, but you won't be able to sneak past any ground forces. I'll contact you with more information once you're inside the city. The North Koreans are definitely using the South Korean embassy as their base of operations and have brought in a lot of anti-air support. I know it'll be a challenge, but you'll make your life a whole lot easier if you can destroy that building. We've lost an extraction helicopter. The anti-air threat is too great. You have to destroy that building. We've lost an extraction helicopter. You've got to clear those troops before you call in any more. The North Koreans have the hostages guarded in the center of the press headquarters. You'll run the risk of incurring press casualties if you just charge right in there. You need to find a way to pull them out without alerting those guards. You might want to consider calling in for Chinese air support to help out with the hostage situation. They may have a non-lethal solution to our problem. One of the North Korean officers has been spotted on the north side of the embassy. If you can, capture him and have him extracted. One of the North Korean officers has been spotted near the docks. If you can, capture him and have him extracted. That's 1 reporter rescued. That's 2 reporters rescued. That's 3 reporters rescued. That's 4 reporters rescued. That's 5 reporters rescued. We've lost one of the hostages. 2 hostages are down. Too many hostages are down. Peng's PR op is shot. You're going to get a mouthful. Peng's got his PR opportunity and his excuse to roll in. Chinese payment is en route to our account. Chinese tanks are rolling in. Give 'em a wide berth. This is a covert ops special. The airstrip is just outside of Cheongju in the heart of South Korean territory. The targets include supply and fuel pallets. There is a grounded F-117 at the airstrip. China will pay top dollar for intel photos of the plane. Stealth plane photos uploaded. Good work. The Chinese are transferring payment to our account. The South Koreans have an electronic warfare APC active in the area. GPS signals are jammed. Chinese support cannot be called in while that thing is active. 5 targets left. 4 targets left. 3 targets left. 2 targets left. 1 target left. South Korean helicopters are inbound. All targets have been destroyed. Chinese payment is en route to our account. Don't wear out your welcome. South Korean reinforcements are sure to arrive. I've updated your support menu to indicate new options. I've removed unavailable options from your support menu. You've been extracted and patched up at our safe house. Medical bills have been deducted from your account. Be careful. There's a North Korean tunnel nearby. Remember that only bunker busters can destroy these hardened structures. The South Koreans are now offering you enhanced support options. The South Koreans have restored their standing support options and standard prices. Your recent actions have upset the South Koreans. They are withdrawing their standing support options. The South Koreans have designated you as an enemy. They will shoot you on sight. The Mafia is now offering you enhanced support options. The Mafia has restored their standing support options and standard prices. The Mafia is troubled by your recent actions. They are withdrawing their standing support options. The Mafia has designated you as an enemy. They will shoot you on sight. The Chinese are now offering you enhanced support options. The Chinese have restored their standing support options and standard prices. The Chinese are troubled by your recent actions. They are withdrawing their standing support options. The Chinese have designated you as an enemy. They will shoot you on sight. You won't be able to call in any GPS-dependent airstrikes at the moment. There's a jammer in the area. Disable it if you need that kind of support. You're approaching an active Allied kill box. You will come under attack if you go any further. Each faction has headquarters in the province, so expect to see some familiar faces. The HQ locations are already in your PDA. Stay tuned, okay? There's skirmishing throughout the whole area. You'll have lots of work to do. Each of the factions has a headquarters in the province, so expect to see some familiar faces. The HQ locations have already been uploaded to your data pod. Stay tuned, okay? The entire area is one big cluster truck. We'll have lots of work for you. The Allies need big help and they need it fast. Tensions between the factions are higher than ever. There's still a sizable North Korean presence in the area, and the throngs of refugees aren't making life any easier. Colonel Peng is based in the Chinese city of Dandong. That makes the South Koreans across the border in 𝚙𝚘𝚗𝚘 his #1 problem. I think we can expect old Stoneface to have more than a few jobs for us. Our intel has Sergei making new friends with some of the locals. The kinds of friends who will only damage his already rocky relationship with the Allies. Bottom line, we can up our rates with them at least 20%. Word is Special Agent Buford's gearing up for a big push here. He wants his South Korean forces ready to engage in some full-scale operations, which is fine with us, of course. Covert ops always pays more. Sergei wants you to destroy 3 buildings, then he wants you to get his truck back. All 4 targets have been uploaded to your data pod. Not bad. 2 more to go. Good. 1 more to go. All buildings destroyed. Don't forget the truck. You're done. Now let's get that truck back to Mafia HQ. This is the truck they want, but don't forget the buildings. Watch it. The Russians want this truck back. Mission failed. The truck has been destroyed. All targets eliminated and the truck's been returned to its rightful owners. Mafia payment is en route to our account. Okay, you're on a tight schedule here. The Russians want this car in 𝚙𝚘𝚗𝚘 within the prescribed time as noted on your HUD. If you make it quickly enough, we'll get a bonus. Since this is a smuggling operation, you need to avoid all sentries and officers, South Korean, Chinese and UN forces all included. The target location has been uploaded to your data pod. Yosef is offering us an additional bonus if we pick up someone and deliver him to 𝚙𝚘𝚗𝚘 with the car. I've uploaded this secondary objective to your data pod. I can't believe this. There's an accident on the artery bridge. And there are troops everywhere. This can't be a coincidence. These troops must be sniffing around for whatever you've got in that car. The Chinese are very active in this region. They've got a lot of birds patrolling the roads. I wonder if they were tipped off. Avoid them at all costs. The Chinese have spotted you. They're calling in the artillery. Get the hell out of there. The Allies are doing some kind of PR too at the 𝚙𝚘𝚗𝚘 gates. Stay away from the officer, otherwise the Allied soldiers will attack you. There's a sentry nearby. Be careful. There's an officer nearby. Be careful. There's Yosef's friend. Better pick him up now if you want that bonus. Careful, the cargo has to get to 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚊𝚌𝚎 in one piece. We're about to lose that bonus. The bonus has been lost, but we can still get paid if you can make it in time. You sure are taking a while. You are really cutting things close. The cargo has been destroyed. Mission failed. Time has elapsed. Mission failed. Sergei's toys have been delivered. Mafia payment is en route to our account. Sergei is very pleased with your quick delivery. He's paid the mission fee and thrown in a bonus as well. Yosef has sent us an additional payment. This North Korean garrison is located within some dense foliage. Their force here is probably a lot larger than the Allies anticipated. I've uploaded the garrison's location to your data pod. I've got better imaging on the site now. The king is in one of the bunkers. You'll need to clear the buildings to smoke him out. There are a number of helipads on the edge of the garrison. Those birds could significantly screw up your attack plans. I've uploaded their coordinates to your data pod as a secondary objective, if you want to destroy them. Wait a second, those aren't normal mines. The North Koreans have a uranium mining operation here. You need to use a bunker buster to destroy that hardened building. You need to use bunker busters to destroy those hardened buildings. The bunker is destroyed. Now all we have to do is find the king. I've spotted the HVT. Repeat, the King of Hearts is on deck. The King of Hearts has been verified. Allied payment is en route to our account. Very, very nice work. I've placed a marker on your GPS for the meeting place. Make sure Yosef's with you. If you leave him behind, no payout. They're asking you to exit the car at the point marked. Be careful. These guys seem like heavy customers. Sergei double-crossed us. Get Joseph and get out of there. You've let Yosef die. You left Yosef behind. Be careful. If you leave Yosef behind, the mission's over. Careful. If Yosef dies, you fail the mission. The Mafia's customers want you to walk to the meeting place. I've marked it on your GPS. It's an ambush. I've put a blip on your GPS for the Mafia outpost. Yosef's safe and we've got our $1 million. I wouldn't want to be Sergei right now. Your first target is scheduled to arrive by train very soon. I'm marking the train platform on your GPS. Get there before he arrives. You're too late. The officer is long gone. Okay, he's coming out of the train. Here's your chance. Get him before he escapes. Damn, you lost track of that officer. Consider this mission failed. 1 down, 3 to go. The next officer is in a vehicle patrolling the village to the north of 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚊𝚌𝚎. Your GPS has been updated. That's 2 officers. The third is at the temple hiding amongst some civilians. Check your GPS. 1 more officer to take care of. He's stationed in the village with his regiment of soldiers. All the officers are dead. Our reward is on its way. The city of Cheongju is nearby. It escaped relatively unscathed after the first wave of fighting, but it's still a hotspot. The South Koreans' HQ is located in a converted military barracks on the northern side of the city. You've crossed the border into China. The Chinese HQ is based in the port city of Dandong, not far from your current location. Dandong is across the border from the South Korean-friendly 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘, creating a great deal of tension between the 2 groups. There's an abandoned North Korean garrison near your current position. That doesn't look abandoned to me. You're getting real close now to an area known as Hideout Village. Don't let its picturesque beauty lull you to sleep. The civilians who live there may believe they're off the radar screen, but their safety is severely compromised by the village's proximity to the nearby NK garrison. Just ahead is a small North Korean outpost composed of a couple of warehouses, an office building, a hangar, and a barracks. Despite its size, it's known to be well fortified with anti-air defenses. Not far from where you are now is another Mafia trading post, an excellent location for conducting black market deals, should such a need arise. 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘 is located just across the border and the bridge from Dandong. As you approach, keep in mind that the city is full of South Korean sympathizers, which puts them and you in the Chinese faction's direct line of fire. If you keep heading in this direction, you're going to run smack into the tenement ruins near 𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚘. The area was left decimated following the Allied invasion and is vulnerable to factions looking to profit from the chaos. The ruins are literally crawling with scavengers. Nearby 𝚖𝚎𝚗 was hard hit during the recent invasion, but remains an area of strategic significance. The Russian mafia moved in shortly after the invasion and turned the city into a hub for its underworld activities. Not far from Yongbyon is a beautiful Buddhist temple. You're getting closer to the village outside Yongbyon, right in between mafia and North Korean areas of influence. Most of the mafia and North Korean business deals go down in the nearby warehouse district. The area is well protected by a large hill range on Yongbyon's north side, along with an assortment of North Korean soldiers and mafia henchmen. Proceed with caution. The Russians are getting ready to tear the KIFV apart. You have to get to their outpost before the timer elapses, otherwise they'll get all the sensitive equipment. If you're cutting it too close, you'll have to destroy the KIFV. I've uploaded the Mafia outpost coordinates to your data pod. The South Koreans will give us a bonus if we keep their helicopter intact. The Russians have gotten too much out of the KIFV. You need to destroy it. I've updated the objectives in your data pod. The Russians have called for some heavy attack helicopters. You have to get out of there before the timer runs out, otherwise you're in for a nasty battle. Russian attack helicopters are on your position. The Russians have gotten the sensitive equipment out of the KIFV. Mission failure. You've returned the KIFV. South Korean payment is en route to our account. Well done. You've destroyed the KIFV. South Korean payment is en route to our account. The South Koreans are giving us a bonus for keeping their helicopter intact. There are a number of Chinese roadblocks on the road to Sinuju. I've uploaded their locations to your data pod. You need to clear all of them. Roadblock destroyed. 6 left. Roadblock destroyed. 5 remaining. Roadblock destroyed. 4 left. Roadblock destroyed. 3 remaining. Roadblock destroyed. 2 left. Roadblock destroyed. 1 remaining. You're close to one of the roadblocks. You're approaching one of the roadblocks. You're nearing one of the roadblocks. You're coming up to one of the roadblocks. This roadblock has some anti-air defenses. This roadblock has heavier defenses than the others. All the roadblocks have been cleared. Union payment is en route to our account. All right. We know that the Jack is running things at this chemical complex. I figure if you destroy the processing plant, he'll get smoked out. I've uploaded the plant's location to your data pod. The Chinese say there's a bonus here if you manage to spare the government building. There are valuable papers in there they want recovered. I've uploaded the building's location to your data pod. Keep this secondary objective intact. The North Koreans have heavy defenses in the area. You can try to slug your way through. A stealthy approach might be more effective. The guards bought it. Avoid sentries, they can see through your disguise. Also, don't run anyone over. Watch out for that sentry. The SAM presence is really heavy here. Chinese artillery can hit here, but Allied planes can't be called in. The SAM presence is really heavy here. Chinese artillery can hit here, but Allied planes can't be called in. Only Allied bunker busters can take out those hardened tunnel entrances. Our bonus is in jeopardy. There goes our bonus. That processing plant is taking severe damage. Keep it up. The processing plant is destroyed. I've spotted the HVT. Repeat, the Jack of Hearts is on deck. The Jack of Hearts has been verified. Allied payment is en route to our account. The government building is intact. Chinese payment is forthcoming. The bridge is very well protected, so you'll have to call in some heavy support to destroy it. The Chinese have set up a GPS jammer in a facility on the Dandong side of the span. You'll need to deal with them before you can even think of getting rid of the bridge. Stay alert. It's unlikely the Chinese will take kindly to any strangers in their territory once that facility has been destroyed. There are a lot of Chinese forces on that bridge. Good work. The jammer is destroyed. Now get to work on the bridge. But be careful not to end up on the wrong side of the Yalu River. You'll need to use Tomahawk cruise missiles to destroy the bridge. The bridge has been destroyed. South Korean payment is en route to our account. Good luck finding your way back across the river. Hijacking a heli is probably your best bet. Be prepared for some Chinese hostiles. The bridge has been destroyed. South Korean payment is en route to our account. Watch out! Watch out! There are troops skirmishing nearby. There are troops fighting nearby. There's a firefight near your location. A battle's broken out near you. Be careful, a firefight's broken out nearby. If you need any equipment or vehicles, there's a firefight nearby you could scavenge from. You might be able to procure a vehicle or some weapons. There's a skirmish between the Allies and the North Koreans nearby. The Allies are engaging some North Korean troops near your position. The North Koreans and Allied forces are fighting near your position. There's a skirmish between the Russian mob and the North Koreans nearby. The Russian mafia engaged some North Korean troops near your position. The North Koreans and Russian mob are fighting near your position. There's a skirmish between the South and North Koreans nearby. The South Koreans engaged some North Korean troops near your position. The North and South Korean forces are fighting near your position. There's a skirmish between the Chinese and North Koreans nearby. The Chinese forces engaged some North Korean troops near your position. The Chinese and North Korean forces are fighting near your position. North Korean troops are putting up a fight near your location. There's a skirmish between the Chinese and South Koreans nearby. The Chinese forces engaged some South Korean troops near your position. The Chinese and South Korean forces are fighting near your position. There's a skirmish between the Russian mob and South Koreans nearby. The Russian mafia engaged some South Korean troops near your position. The Russian mob and South Koreans are fighting near your position. There's a skirmish between China and the Russian mob nearby. The Chinese forces engaged the Russian mafia near your position. The Russian mafia and Chinese forces are fighting near your position. Remember, you can have the Allies drop off medkits. Check your support options. Your support options have changed. Maybe you should call for a vehicle. Maybe you should call for some heavier weapons. Get out of there! Good work! Good job! Stop! Why are you shooting civilians? You'll lose money every time you kill one. Stop killing civilians. This is costing you a fortune. You're a lunatic. Stop murdering innocents. Yes, no, you've got mail. That weapon's no use against that target. You'll need a North Korean vehicle to pass by that gate. You'll need a South Korean vehicle to pass by that gate. You'll need a Chinese vehicle to pass by that gate. You'll need a Russian vehicle to pass by that gate. You'll need an Allied vehicle to pass by that gate. What are you waiting for? Are you sightseeing? All this loafing about isn't earning you any money. There's a number card nearby. Check your radar for the location. That'll be worth something to the Allies. That'll be worth something to the right people. You've entered a restricted area. Get out of there before the Allies call in an airstrike on you. You've exited the restricted area. Make sure to check your radar for the locations of restricted areas. You've entered a South Korean faction zone. You've entered a Chinese faction zone. You've entered a Russian faction zone. If you're not properly disguised, they will shoot at you on sight. If you're not properly disguised, they will attack you on sight. Make sure to check your radar for the locations of current faction zones. The South Koreans are currently hostile towards you. The Russians are currently hostile towards you. The Chinese are currently hostile towards you. You can get back in their good graces, but it'll take some work. You should get a contract from one of the factions. We haven't gathered any intel in a while. Remember why you're here. It's the only way you'll get sung. It's the only way you'll attain intelligence. It's the best way to make money. You currently have half the intelligence necessary to track down the ace of clubs. You currently have half the intelligence necessary to track down the ace of diamonds. You currently have half the intelligence necessary to track down the hearts. You currently have half the intelligence necessary to track down the spades. You have all the intelligence necessary to track down the ace of clubs. You have all the intelligence necessary to track down the ace of diamonds. You have all the intelligence necessary to track down the ace of hearts. You have all the intelligence necessary to track down the ace of spades. Head over to the Allied HQ to start the ace mission. Visit the Allied HQ when you're ready to start the ace mission. Keep taking contracts from the factions and locating number cards to attain more intelligence. You don't have enough money. You'll need more money if you want to buy that. You don't have the funds for that. There's a radar jammer in the area. You'll need to destroy it if you want to call in this airstrike here. You're out of cash. You might want to hunt down some of Sung's troops to earn a little pocket change. Remember, the Allies will pay good cash for the destruction of North Korean military vehicles. If you check with the mafia shop, they might be paying good money for a certain kind of vehicle. Completing contracts will help you get out of the red. Completing contracts always ensures a nice payday. You're hurt pretty badly. You should acquire some aid soon. You're pretty banged up. You should get some aid soon. This vehicle is in bad condition. You're out of ammo for that weapon. You don't have any more ammunition for that gun. The Chinese are now hostile towards you. The South Koreans are now hostile towards you. The Russians are now hostile towards you. They will shoot at you on sight. They will attack you on sight. The Chinese are now neutral towards you. The Russians are now neutral towards you. The South Koreans are now neutral towards you. The Chinese are now happy with you. The Russians are now happy with you. The South Koreans are now happy with you. Members of their faction will help you out if you honk the horn. You should honk your horn to tell them to get into the vehicle. You can always use a little help. Colonel Garrett isn't going to be happy about this. Colonel 𝚎𝚗𝚘𝚗 isn't going to be happy about this. Agent Mitchell Buford isn't going to be happy about this. Sergei isn't going to be happy about this. Joseph isn't going to be happy about this. Heads up. I'm detecting hostile AA in the area. Heads up. I'm detecting some heavy armor in the area. Heads up. I'm detecting hostile forces in the area. Hurry up! Get out of there. Enemy forces inbound. You've run out of time. I'm naked right now. Phew, that was close. Target destroyed. Target terminated. Target eliminated. Colonel Garrett is going to be happy to hear about this. Colonel 𝚎𝚗𝚗𝚘 is going to be happy to hear about this. Agent Mitchell Buford is going to be happy to hear about this. Sergei is going to be happy to hear about this. Yosef is going to be happy to hear about this. Shall I airdrop an umbrella for you? Knock knock. Tank, you're welcome. Boo, don't cry, we'll catch General Sung. C4, see for yourself, I'm busy. I'll pay you $5,000 to make a snow angel. What? I'd never do that. Huh, that was funny, wasn't it? Nice wheels. You stole it? You know what I think? Sergei's operating out of his league, and he's getting more paranoid as he expands his business. Are you having fun down there, Chris? Are you having fun down there, Jen? Are you having fun down there, Matthias? That looks like fun. Ooh, that was a nice explosion. Wow, I almost felt that from here. Watch it, Jen. Careful, Jen. You're good. There's a jammer in the area that's blocking your support. Jammer destroyed. Support options are available again. That's the jammer. Support is online again. They're jamming your support. Something is jamming your support. Take it out. Support options are back online. You're outside the jamming range. Support is available again. The North Koreans have air superiority here. If you don't retreat, you'll be killed. Oh no!
I've marked each of your defense points on the GPS. They'll flash when NK troops are in proximity. You won't have long to get from point to point, so be quick. The South Korean troops are under heavy fire. Help them out. They've overrun the South Korean position. You need to get out of there right away. The South Koreans are panicking. They're retreating. South Korean reinforcements were killed. I hope Agent Buford has a backup plan. The South Koreans have been wiped out. Buford's not going to be pleased.